Alright, hi class, I'm Mr. B and I'm going to be your teacher today, and I'm going to teach you guys how to solve a two-step equation. Does anybody know what a two-step equation is? Or maybe you want to make a guess? Anyone? How about you?
An equation that takes two parts, that has two parts.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty close. So I'll tell you guys right now, a two-step equation, it's an equation that takes two steps to solve. And you know you solve the equation when the variable is by itself or it's not with any numbers next to the variable and it's on one side of the equal sign. And to make sure that the equation is true, we could plug the variable or the number that we found back into the equation and check it. So the first equation that I have for you guys is 8x plus 4 equals 20. What we're trying to do is find out what x is by itself. So what would you guys do first in this sort of scenario? Does anyone have any ideas? If we're trying to get x by itself?
Subtract the 4.
Yeah, right. So if we want to get x by itself on one side of the equation, the first thing we should do is subtract the 4. So if we subtract the 4, we get 8x equals what? What's 20 minus 4?
16.
Right. So now we have 8x equals 16. So what should we do next? If we want to get x by itself, how do we get rid of a number next to a variable? Does anyone know?
Divide both sides by 8.
Yes, exactly. So we should divide x by 8, 8x by 8, so we can get x by itself. So now we have 8x divided by 8 and 16 divided by 8. And then we're left with x equals, what's 16 divided by 8? Does anyone know?
2.
2? Right. So now we have x equals 2. So if we want to check and make sure this is right, what should I do? Does anyone know?
Plug it back in.
Exactly. So if we plug x back in to our original equation, and the original equation is 8x plus 4 equals 20, we get 8 times 2 for our x plus 4 equal to 20. So now that we have this, what's 8 times 2? Anyone?
16.
Right. 16 plus 4 equal to 20. Okay, 16 plus 4?
20. 20 equals 20.
So 20 is equal to 20. So that is right. Good job. So now I have another one for you guys. This one might be a little bit more tricky. If we have x over 7, so x, the fraction x over 7 plus 9 equal to 20, how can we solve this equation to get x by itself?
You want to subtract the 9 again?
Yeah, that's the first step we should always do, is make sure we're subtracting the 9. So we have x over 7 plus 9 equal to 20 minus the 9, and then we get x over 7 equal to, what's 20 minus 9? Does anyone know? 11, right? Good job. So now we have x over 7 equal to 11. How could we get x by itself? How do we undo division? Does anyone know?
Wait.
You multiply.
Right, because the opposite of division, multiplication. And just like we did in the first step, the opposite of multiplication is division. So if we multiply each side by 7, 7 times x over 7 is equal to 11 times 7. Sorry. We get x by itself, and then 11 times 7 is 77. So then if we want to check our answer, we plug in our original number into the equation, so 77 for x over 7 plus 9 equal to 20. Does anyone know what 77 divided by 7 is?
11.
Right, 11. So we have 11 plus 9 equal to 20. And 11 plus 9 is 20. So yeah, we got 20 equals to 20, and that's right. Okay, do you guys think you could try one on your own now?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
I got you.
Alright.
First you move the number from one side to the other. You got to keep your focus, you want it, say so. I add what they're subtracting, subtract if you see adding. Step 1 is finally done, why didn't you say so? Step 2 is pretty easy, we need to get X free. You got this, keep your focus, we're almost done. So if X is by a number, we just need to divide it. Step 2 is almost done, why don't you say so? If X is above a fraction, make sure to multiply it. Step 2 is finally done, why didn't you say so? We just solved a two-step equation, and now we're finally done. Why don't you try on your own now? You did great, so